So, got home and the TV was not working. So, got it set up to one of those Harmony devices where I just speak to Alexa and she turns on the TV when I ask her to. She actually just heard me when I said that, but that didn't work when I asked her to do it. So, I came over here behind it, tried pressing a little button, and that didn't seem to work either. So, unplugged it, left it for about 10 seconds, using the plug back here. Didn't do anything either. On these Samsung TVs, normally they'll have a little LED that is red when the TV is in standby or off, and that is not lit up. So I'm leaning toward this being the power supply. So we're going to go ahead and unplug it, move it to the front room and lay it on its face on the bed. You want to lay it on a soft surface that's not going to damage the screen. And on a 65-inch like this, you want to get someone to help you because the newer TVs are not too ridiculously heavy, but they're awkward and you don't want to risk dropping it. So I'm going to get my wife to help me move it in the front room and we'll take it from there. So to start off with, I removed the 4 screws that hold the stand in place. Then I'll just go around the perimeter and remove all the screws that hold the back plate of the TV on there. You're going to have some screws in the middle, and then you're going to have a lot of them around the perimeter, mainly around the perimeter, and then some ones in here. So I've actually got just a regular Phillips screwdriver, but I like to use a magnet. Makes it easier to pull the screws out. Just make sure if you're using a magnet you keep it at the top of the screwdriver because you don't want to screw up any electronics in here by putting a magnet right next to it. So if you're going to do it, be careful with it. You could also probably just run a magnet along the screwdriver a few times and slightly magnetize the head to not need to worry about it, but this is just easier for me. Okay, so we've got it taken apart, and this is actually the back of it. I just flipped it over. Once you get all those screws out, it's actually a little bit scary how flimsy the back of this is and how easy it comes off. But anyway, it's a good thing that I did take the stand off because there was actually a screw behind where the stand is. So this is your control board. This is where all your inputs are connected to. Kind of like the motherboard of the TV, if you will. And this is your power supply. So almost immediately upon removing this, I saw that this is in fact the problem. And if you look closely, you can see where this piece burned up. So I'm going to say that's the reason that this is not working. This is actually where your power cord will get plugged into. And it looks like we've got some kind of darkening here too. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that on the camera, but got some darkening around that too. So I'm going to go ahead and get the information off of this board and see if I can order a new one. This is a TV from 2014, so fingers crossed I can find one, and if I get one and order it, I will show y'all how to install it. Pretty straightforward. There's going to be a couple screws that hold this board in place. You'll take out the connectors to the ribbon cable. That's pretty much it, but yeah. Alright, so we got the new board. This is the old one, obviously, because of the burn mark, and this is the new one. You probably can't tell from this lighting, but looking at it, there's a clear difference between the old and the new. These spots right here that are dark, not on this one. So yeah, the whole board in the center area is darker on the old one, and it's just consistent color through this one. Kind of hard to find this board. The TV's only 5 years old, but apparently nobody fixes them anymore, so only ran about $50 for for a TV that when I bought it cost about $1,500. Not bad. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and install this bad boy. So for the most part, there's just these little dimples on there that hold this in place about where it needs to be, and there's these screws here, the one here, and then these two, and that's all that holds it in. And then you'll just take this ribbon connector, plug it back in there. Same thing with this guy. Plug it back in there. And then we'll just put the back on it and power it up and see if that was it. Hopefully that was it. Pretty sure it was, but sometimes one thing going out will cause others to fail. So we'll see. So everything's plugged in, and as you can see, it's got the little red indicator light underneath there, which is a good sign. See that guy right there? Yeah. So fingers crossed. Let's take a look at this, see if this works. Alexa, turn on the PS4. So far so good. Looks like it works. Alright. Good deal. And it means I plugged in the right inputs where they should have gone. If you like stuff like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give us a like. Thanks again, and this is how it's done.